She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace. She the queen, yeah, that's Queen Esquire. Legal trouble, she getting you out the fire. Another dame, she solving another case. Cause she litigate with dignity and grace.
Hello, litigators and opinionators. Court is now in session. Hello, everybody. There is a very fishy story that happened this past weekend, guys. That was pretty suspect. Okay, let's get into this. There was apparently a 7-year-old boy. His name is Jamal White, cute little boy. He was at a park with his dad, allegedly, and, riding his bike, playing with his dad at the park. And his dad and him, they were starting to leave to go home. And the dad was driving in his vehicle while little Jamal, 7-year-old boy, was riding his bike and racing his dad down the street. And there was this suspicious Jeep that happened to do a U-turn and turn around, chase both parties, the kind of follow them. And then there was a commotion that happened on the video. The young boy gets kidnapped. You can hear him in the video screaming, which will play. And then there's this Amber Alert that goes around basically trying to look for this boy. So everybody in Milwaukee was going around looking for this little boy after he was kidnapped by individuals in black masks and at gunpoint. And guys, this story don't sound right to me. Let's play the video. It sounds like to me, and this is the dad. The dad here, his name is Jamal White as well. And he's in this kind of, I don't know what kind of group he's in, but he goes by 785 twin, because he does actually have a biological twin, which I'll show you. And his other conspirator or person that he hangs out with is named 785 Cash. And they're kind of like rap artists. But what I also kind of noticed on this man's social media was very suspect. The first thing I noticed on his social media here is that he has a wad of money here. Normally, people who are having honest jobs are not walking around with stacks of cash like this. This is his twin brother. So they are identical twins. That's why they go by 785 twins, because they're identical twins, as you can see. But he's all tatted up. You don't want to use that as a way to say this guy's involved in some sketchy stuff. But the fact that he's rolling around with this large amounts of money can give you a clue that stacks of cash, gives you a clue that he's involved in some sketchy lifestyle. Because people who are normally doing honest things, honest lifestyles, they don't go around with stacks of cash like you see here. Okay, so that is the father. And we'll get more into him a little later. But let's look at the surveillance when the young kid was kidnapped, which is why a lot of people are questioning this story, because it doesn't sound right. So let's take a look, and I'll break down the video as we play it. Okay, let's get into this video, y'all. Hold on. So that was the video. That was the video that had been posted. This was a Amazon like camera from a neighbor that lived in the neighborhood. This camera didn't really give us the full footage, but here you can see a still shot where this is the little boy who was kidnapped. This is supposed to have been his father, right? And he's on the bicycle racing his father down the street, right? They're just playing, you know, like kids normally do with their dad. And that's when you saw the second part of that video surveillance where the van makes a U-turn. Like, here, let's do this video here because this video is a better video of the incident here. Let's actually watch this one. See the little kid, he's racing with his father. And then all of a sudden, this white car here, it does a U-turn, backs up as if they saw somebody they recognized. And then they started to follow the father who's driving in the car and the little boy. Now, notice the first sound that we're going to hear. Hear commotion. Now, this video, again, it skips a part, but let's go to this video. You kind of see that part where he's racing his father. But here, this is the second part of that video. And there's key sounds that I want you to pay attention to, which makes this video surveillance suspicious. Okay. So the first sound you hear is the father. He's screaming in agony and shock. He's like, oh, shit. So like he's shocked. He says, oh, shit. So that is the part of the video where people are suspecting that the gunmen get out of the car. They put a gun towards him. And so he's like, oh, shit, he's caught off guard. He's trying to get away. You notice how suspicious these men have, you know, pointed the gun at the father at this time, right? At this time, you do not hear the child start screaming yet. This gives me a clue. The child may have not known what was going on because, again, he was racing his dad. So he might have been still riding his bike until he stopped and realized what was going on with his dad, where they were holding the gun towards him. And then after, later on in the video, you're going to hear the child scream when they end up taking the child. Now, that's what makes it suspicious here. This video surveillance is very suspicious to me because, number one, the first part of it, the father screaming, you don't hear the child until the child's actually grabbed by the men at gunpoint and taken in the car. The first part of this that I think is suspicious is, one, why didn't they shoot the guy? If they really were after this man and they really wanted to kill this man, they could have shot him right then and there, but they didn't. So that's a question I have. And then they take the child at gunpoint and leave the man there alive. So this tells me they didn't necessarily want to kill this man. This tells me that they have something that they want from him that he has, and they're using this child as collateral. That's what's suspicious to me. I started to question this video to wonder what was going on. So after I saw this video and I felt something wasn't right about it, the other question that I had is, how come the father, if this was a kidnapping, right? After they took off, how come the father didn't try to get in his car, chase them down? If this was really a kidnapping, he would try to get in the car. He would try to chase the kid down, chase the men down who took his kid, but he didn't. And he just said, oh, you know, he starts to curse after that if you listen a little bit more into the video. Because first he says, oh, shit, and then he's screaming. That's when they have the gun at him. I'm not sure if he got away or what he did, but they ended up taking the kid instead. And then you heard that big bang sound. I wonder if that was a gunshot. That sounded like a gunshot to me. You guys let me know what you think. But no one was physically injured, so I wonder if they shot in the air or did something because there's a big bang sound. here's what I think happened here. Okay, so you heard the guy scream, "Oh shit," and then the big bang sound. What I feel happened there is they did the U-turn. They caught up with them with gunpoint. When the father saw the kid was still racing down the street, right? He didn't realize what was going on. So he heard his dad scream, then he turned around and looked what was happening, right? Then when you hear that bang sound, I think that was the father slamming the door to get back in the car, right? To get away. Then I feel those hitmen came, turned their attention to the little boy, and they got the little boy. And then he's like, oh shit, they got the kid instead. And they take off at that point when you hear the kid scream. But what's suspicious is, why didn't the father go chase after those men? He didn't. He just, kind of screamed and left the situation. So they take off here. So they take off at that point. Okay. So after I saw that video, I just started thinking something don't feel right about this story, right? It just felt weird. Normally when there's a kidnapping, it's usually when the kid is unattended to. It's usually the kid is out by themselves. There's no parents there. There's no one there. In this situation, the people in all black, the men that were wearing all black clothes with a face mask, forced the 7-year-old into the Jeep and drove off. But it was while the parent was there, which was suspect to me. That's not normally how kidnappings occur. The SUV's license plate wasn't known, and the officers believe Jamal may still be with the suspect, and they're asking anyone who had information to come forward. So everybody started looking for this kid, right? They had they did a Amber Alert, which came out later on, okay, after the situation. So then the family starts posting online. They're asking for help. His mother posts late Friday. They're asking for help. They say, we're exhausted. We haven't gotten any sleep. We're still praying and asking the community to join us in prayer and stay alert. Please be on the lookout for the white Jeep Renegade. Every set of eyes helps. She wrote that on Facebook. And then everybody's looking for him. They're vigilant, trying to find this kid, right? So people online started to feel like something wasn't right. And I was one of them people. I'm like, something's not right. This story don't feel right. It just smells fishy to me. So that's when I started to go and look online to find out, let me see who the parents are. Okay. Then I find, after looking at different videos, I ended up finding someone that was like kind of like a godparent to him, to the father here on the screen. And that man was a pastor. He was very much spiritual man into Christ. And then I kept digging and digging and digging until I found the father's profile. And as I'm looking at this man, you can see here, he got the stash of money. That was a red flag to me, because normal people who have decent, honest jobs and, they're working a 9 to 5, you don't normally see a person who has a decent, honest job going around posting with stacks of cash. That was already a red flag to me, that this guy is not into an honest type living. He's doing some sketchy street stuff, right? So I kept fishing around. Okay, he looked, kind of dressed. This the mother right here in the screen right here, Paris Marie. So she's the mother of the son. This is his baby mama right here. We're going to get into her a little later. So I kept looking, I'm like, okay, he looked kind of suspect. This is his twin brother here. He got a little twin. They look like they are kind of into the streets. Now, his mom, his grandma, everybody was defending him online. They put young, wild N-words with no feelings, okay? So they kind of got a tough exterior. They look like they're the type of people that are into some interesting lifestyles, right? Flipping people off, into some sketchy stuff. Now, you can't really find too much. The stack of money really what stood out to me. The tattoos, C's got a stack of money. It just seems kind of interesting to me. Questionable lifestyle. So I'm like, you got stacks of money again. I'm like, what kind of lifestyle is this guy into? He looks like a street dude. He looks like a YN. You know what they call them, YNs? That's what he looked like to me. I'm not going to get into that part yet. But as I go more into this, then I see this right here on June 28th. It said, out now, tap in. And I'm like, okay, well, what is this? So I clicked on this, y'all. We're going to get into this, right? So I click on that video because I'm trying to fish around to find out what really is this man into, because this story doesn't sound like the typical kidnapping to me. None of these predators usually kidnap a person when the parent's right there. That just don't sound right, right? So I click on that link, and here I find a YouTube channel. And the name of these people are 785 Cash here and 785 Twin, which is the father of Jamal White. And basically, little Jamal White is Jamal Jr. And his father right here where my mouse is, he is Jamal Sr. And so when I clicked on that link, I found a YouTube channel called 785 Cash. Now, why do they both have the same name, 785 Twin, which is Jamal White's father, 785 Cash? I started to think, okay, they're into some type of organized crime. They're into some type of hood organized crime. I don't know if this is a gang or some type of affiliation, but with the stuff they're doing, it looks like street life to me. So I played the video. Okay, look, first red flag. This guy is one of the people that he's associated with is pointing a firearm at the screen. So this doesn't look like a person who is into an honest lifestyle. And the people that he's hanging out with is pointing firearms, and he's in the video with the firearms being pointed at the viewers.
I stay throwing up them foes because I'm a hating, that's for life. And I got wounds and I got stripes and I got trauma, but I'm all right.
I stay throwing up them foes. Again, this is gang affiliation right now. And you see the hand signs they're doing. These people are involved in street life, gang activity, and they're trying to threaten it and the people that whoever's on the other opposing side.
Ain't trust none of these bitches because I'm knowing they not right. Why I stay clutching on this pipe, why I stay clutching up at night. I stay
clutching on this pipe, I stay clutching on that knife.
On up them foes because I'm a hating, that's for life. And I got wounds and I got stripes and I got trauma, but I'm all right. I can't trust none of these bitches because I'm knowing they not right. Why I stay clutching on that pipe, why I stay clutching up at night. Okay.
I stay clutching on that pipe, I stay clutching on that at night. June 8th, 2025. This is little Jamal Jr.'s father out here in a gang affiliated association pointing firearms at the screen, talking about they stay on those foes. This is a gang member father here who's involved in street life. After I seen that video, that's all I really needed to see. I continued to dig in there. I'm not gonna play the whole video because you know it's gonna get copyright, but I ended up finding the father's YouTube as well. So the father himself has a YouTube channel. He doesn't have much on his YouTube channel, but I didn't really need to care about that. If you look at this man's YouTube channel, he got stacks of cash here. He's involved in some criminal activity, and the way he's getting his money is, in my opinion, through drug dealing and street life work. It's dishonest lifestyle he's in. 785 Twins, that's the father of the young boy's dad, and it says official artist YouTube channel, subscriber for 785's content and premieres. He's got a stack of money here. He's involved in some very dishonest lifestyles.
In the stool, all I need is my headphones. In the stool, all I need. In the stool, I just need my mic and headphones. Headed to the south, all I need is the flip phone.
My nigga too for the goat, these other niggas bait.
Trapping ain't dead, I'm just swiping, put your hands low. Sneaking on the south, I'm just hoping I don't move on. Just cause I'm fired, Freddy telling me to keep his boots on.
Yeah, you can see drugs. I'm showing drugs and all that stuff on the video. Talking about trapping. Trapping is what they do. It's like a trap house. That's where they sell drugs. They do a lot of drug dealing in there. It's a place where illegal drugs are sold. Okay? This video is showing that he is into drug activity. He is rapping about a trap house. His video is showing illegal prescription drugs here. I don't know if that's Percocets or whatever that is on the video. This man, the father, is involved in drug dealing, involved in trap housing. And the baby mama, that's the mother of Jamal, is also, in my humble opinion, in the same lifestyle. And that is why I believe little Jamal was kidnapped, because of the illegal drug activity lifestyle that the parents are involved in. And all you had to do is click on their social media, look at the different videos they're posting, the organized crime that they're involved in. He's involved in an organized group called 785, and they all have their own unique names, such as 785 Cash, and he's known as 785 Twin because he has a twin. So this case was easy to show that this is some suspicious stuff here, right? So we keep playing it.
40 gram of G, this shit'll really keep your life on. I got, I could never treat these hypes wrong. Really lost it all, had to pawn it on my ice gone. Only God can judge me, Granny said I live my life wrong. Only God can judge me, Granny said.
And look at the very title of it. Trapping Ain't Dead. 785 Twin. He already told on himself through these videos. I don't know why these criminals, they tell on themselves. He literally told on himself, y'all. He told everybody that he is involved in trapping, which is illegal drug activity. And you don't really need much here. You can see that the man is advertising it on his YouTube channel with the stack of money. That's how he's getting this stack of money. He's advertising what he does. Most people who are just going around with stack of money like this are involved in drug activity. He's already said that he is involved in trapping lifestyle. So when I saw that, that gave me all that I needed to know. That the reason why that little boy was kidnapped, like I suspected in my humble opinion, is because of the father's illegal drug activity and gang life that led to this man being, the little boy being kidnapped. Look here, you can see here, he's got the stack of cash here, right here. He's not involved in, that honest lifestyle where he's, going out and working a 9 to 5. No, he's in the streets. And that's why that little boy here, little Jamal, got kidnapped. Jamal got kidnapped for collateral. He got kidnapped because his parents are involved in drug dealing, and the little kid got involved in this. And we're very lucky that this little kid ended up getting brought back home, because he could have ended up unalived because of the father's illegal activity. Now, the father and his girlfriend, or the baby mother of these two kids, is named the mother is named Paris, but she is the mother of these two kids. And we're going to go check out her Facebook to look what she's involved in. That's the little boy who was kidnapped here. But let's see if we can find the mom here. She is somewhere on here. Okay, well, here, just another picture right here of the two kids that they have. And what they were saying is apparently not only was he kidnapped, but another kid was kidnapped that same day. And the same day that this child was kidnapped, a friend of theirs, which was friends with the mother of the little boy, was murdered that same day. So there was a murder that occurred the same day that the parents knew who was this DJ guy that got kidnapped as well. So Paris Marie, she is the mother of the little boy. This is Paris. And this very same day, her friend was murdered, and the friend was involved in drug activity. And people are saying, and this is all alleged, I don't know if this is true, but what people are saying is the mother also is involved in not in drug activity too. And she's involved in the trap house, selling drugs. I don't know if she is, because I didn't really see much on her page that told me that, but that is what people are alleging about her, the mother, that is involved. But if she's with a man who is in drug dealing, she has to know something is involved. Now, one thing that was suspicious about the story, number one, like I said, her friend died the same day that her son was kidnapped. Okay, this guy that was kidnapped, the car that ended up, the white Jeep that took the kid, that car was left stashed at the same location where this woman's son was found the day later, which was suspicious, right? Then another suspicious part about it is, so she posted this yesterday at 4:20. This was the mom right here. She posted, she said, my son is found. She was very happy about that her son was found. But here's what's suspicious about this whole story that don't add up. Let's go look a little bit at her page. People saying she's involved in that trap life. I don't really see much on here that tells me. She said, I'm hiring Paris Beauty, looking for a shop home. She works at Hollister Co. I don't really see where they're saying she's in, people be lying sometimes. I don't really see where she's involved in drugs. I feel like she is wrapped in all this mess because the people that she's around is involved in all these drugs. But people are saying she's involved. Okay. This is the little boy that got kidnapped. Such a cute little boy, right? He's so cute. But here's what's suspicious about this. Let me let y'all know the suspicious part. Now, there ended up being an arrest, okay? The man that was arrested, his name is Corey Williams. I'm jumping all over the place. Let me go to the video where the part where the person who got arrested, okay? This man who got arrested, his name was Corey Williams. Wait, we're still on the wrong one here. That man, Corey Williams, who's arrested, was following the baby mama, Paris Marie, on Instagram. This is the man right here that was arrested. His name is Corey Williams, right? But this man was following Paris Marie on her Instagram. So they knew each other. The man that kidnapped their son knew the son's mother because he was following her on Instagram. This is very suspicious. It tells me that she was involved in that whole drug dealing life as well, which got her kid caught up because they owed some money or owed something. The little boy you see, he's being checked by the authorities. He's so cute. Look at his little cute self. It's sad that his parents are involved in this mess, got his little boy involved in this. This is the car right here, right? That was found. That was the car that was used to kidnap him. But this car ended up being stashed over here in this area where the mother's friend was murdered the same day the kid was kidnapped. You can't tell me this is not suspicious. The story is sounding real fishy. And everybody's saying that this person was following. This is the guy that got arrested, apparently. Right? It don't even look like the guy from the back, so I don't even know if that's the right picture. But this is the man that was ultimately arrested. And these people are saying that this is the alleged suspect who kidnapped Jamal White, also known as Baby J, on July 11th. Authorities have identified the suspect as Corey Williams. Little Jamal was later found safely on Saturday afternoon near 39th Street and Lloyd Street, and police have confirmed Williams was there with Jamal at the time they found and recovered him. Photo of his last photo on his Instagram. Now, what's suspicious, like I said, is he knows the mother. Okay? He knows the mother. So you have to ask yourself, what really went on in this story? The boy was last seen on Friday night, this past Friday, and then he was found the very next day, which is what tells me the parents knew exactly who kidnapped him. And it has something to do with the lifestyle that the father is involved in. Police said that White was taken at gunpoint outside his home near 61st and Hutz around 7 p.m. on Friday. He was reportedly critically missing that night, and an Amber Alert was later issued almost 24 hours after he had been taken. Police confirmed he was found safe. And that Amber Alert was canceled at this time. What led to his abduction and eventual return remains unclear, but I think it has everything to do with the parents, in my opinion. An emotional ride would be the simplest to describe the Milwaukee over the weekend. Everybody in the town was looking for this kid. I mean, this was a community event. Everybody was like, they all jumped into action to try to find this little boy. They said a 4-year-old boy is dead after being shot near 7th Street. Oh, God, there was another kid that was killed the same day. Guys, it was just a lot going on that day. It was just like the whole family. Here you can see, here's when they actually found the kid.
Right there. We're over here on 39th and Lloyd. They found the baby J. That's what they call him. He was in that third house right there. Right now he is at the hospital. What hospital? And that's his dad right there. What the fuck is wrong? Yeah, he was in there. Mm-hmm. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Yes. That's where he was. Right there. We're over here on 39th and Lloyd. They found the baby J. That's what they call him. He was in that third house right there. Right now he is at the hospital. What hospital? And that's his dad.
I just still shot it right there because this is an image of the father. The father showed up here. This father right here. The house that the child was in, according to Witnesses involved say that that particular house was full of other children as well and a lot of people. And that house is known as what is called a trap house. And remember what a trap house is. A trap house is where illegal drugs are sold. Okay. And the father was rapping about trapping ain't dead. And he was rapping about how he's a part of the trap life. And he's raising, he's showing drugs and illegal drugs and on his video that I just showed you, which tells me right there, this man being involved in the selling of illegal drugs is what led to this child being confiscated and stolen from the people that he's associated with and he's doing drug dealing with, where he may have owed some type of money or something went bad with a drug dealing, because his child was found at a well-known trap house full of other kids and other drug dealers in that home. This is not a typical kidnapping, which frustrates me, because this man right here, who is the father, he is the very reason his child was kidnapped, because they're involved in illegal activity. And this poor kid ended up being a victim of his illegal conduct, his drug activity and selling of drugs. This case right here really frustrated me. And I wanted to cover it because I couldn't sleep at night looking for that little kid, thinking he was really kidnapped, when it's the father that's involved in this illegal conduct and the mother as well. And the other suspicious part about it is, while the child was kidnapped the night before, there were stories being posted on Paris Marie's, which is the mother of the boy, on her Facebook, showing her out partying at the club. And people was wondering, why is she out partying after her child was just kidnapped? She'd be over here focusing on her kid, but she's out here clubbing and stuff while her kid was kidnapped. So people were really questioning that. And I think it was the day after the kid was found, the stories showed her out in the club or something. So people was like, how come she wasn't at home focused on trying to take care of her child who had just kidnapped instead of being out at the club? And people were saying in the comments that the reason why she was out because she was celebrating or basically trying to memorialize the death of her friend that died the same day her child was kidnapped. But it's like the parents are involved in sketchy mess that I believe caused this whole situation.
That right there.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
It's a sick world. Just praise God, he's all right. Praise God, he's okay. Everybody out here, we've been out here since this morning. Just keep them in prayers. Yeah, he was in there.
What I do think is beautiful about this story is how the community joined together to try to get the kid. I thought that was very beautiful. You could see all the community out here. Everybody cared about this little boy. But I feel so sad because I feel like this is an injustice. This is a kid who got found from that trap house where he was kidnapped in. And this man knew the child. And let's see what these people said. The people said, so who is he to the child? They said, I'm not sure. But people are saying that this may be some kind of retaliation kidnapping. Exactly. See, that's the real question. Very suspicious, y'all. They're saying, is this the father? Sorry, just hearing what happened. Again, this is the man who was following the mother on Instagram. This is his Instagram here. It's called allprofit.kc. Let me see if he's even still online. All Profit, because he took off, basically he deleted everything off of his page because he was involved in the trap life too. And people are saying it's a retaliation because the dad and the mother was involved in some sketchy mess, like I tried to tell y'all. Let's take a look at the kidnapper's Instagram. Here is the kidnapper's Instagram right here. He has 87 followers. He deleted all his posts. Look at this. He deleted everything. He had a story, but now the story's gone. He's following all these people. Oh, I wonder if they let me see if he's following the mother like they said. They said he's following the mom. Is this her? Is this her? No, I don't think that's her. It would be forever trying to find the mom But people are saying he's following the mom. I don't know what the mom's name is on Instagram. If I knew, that would be easier for me. Yeah, we'll be here all night, but people are saying that he's basically following her. I don't know which one is her Instagram, y'all, but that's what people are saying. It'll be all night trying to find it on here because I don't know which one it is. But with all that being said, the story don't sound right. It sounds real fishy to me. Here's another suspicious thing about the story, right? Okay, after this man gets arrested for kidnapping, he knows the mom. He's affiliated with the mom. A lot of people are saying he is. This is his real face right here. This is his mugshot after Corey Williams was arrested at a trap house, mind you. And he was not the only person that was arrested at that house. Multiple people were arrested. This person says, baby Jay is safe. That simple fact brought tears and cheers as Milwaukee frantic search for 7-year-old Jamal. He was taken violently Friday night, masked men. His bike abandoned. Surveillance caught the white Jeep used. An Amber Alert mobilized. Over 75 people gathered Saturday to hunt for Jamal. That's beautiful. The whole community, was hunting for him. That was beautiful. Police found him unharmed Saturday evening near 39th Street in Lloyd. Corey Williams was arrested there with Jamal. Family saw Jamal and confirmed he spoke to them. This community vigilant brought him home. And that was beautiful that he was brought home. Now look at the mom. People are saying this mom is involved in some sketchy mess, okay? And she's also involved in the drug dealing with her baby's father. And she was following the man who kidnapped her son. So that's suspicious too. Okay, it don't make sense. This is the part where they go after the... Wait.
Step to the front door with your hands up! You felony warrant for your arrest! Corey Williams!
Corey Williams.
2028 North 39! Step to the front door with your hands up! You felony warrant for your arrest! Corey Williams!
Corey Williams.
2028 North 39! Step to the front door with your hands up! You felony warrant for your arrest! Corey Williams!
So that was the live footage of the officers going to the trap house to get Corey Williams, the man who kidnapped the little boy who knew the family, which again was suspect. But let's take a look. So we're going back to the mother's Facebook right here. She basically reported that her son was found. You see here, she posted this right here. My son is found. And like I said, she knew the whole time where her son was. They know everything, right? Now look at this stuff. People are starting to get suspicious. People said update this part, the arrest, but let's read here. They say, why didn't the dad follow the car? People already started to question, like I was questioning. They said, and why is mom popping bottles in a club on her story right now? That was right after the kid was found. It's like, why is she out partying? They said that part. They said, I was wondering why she is showing even throwbacks of that when her son just had that traumatic thing happen. I'm trying not to judge, but that little boy needs love and to feel protected even more than before. Posting those type of things wouldn't be at the top of my list right now, but that's me thing, I guess. They said, thank you, LOL. Why is she making sure she is in every photo of her son posting? Weird as hell. This person says, because someone she was close with was just killed, I believe, yesterday. So now that she has found her son safe, she is able to post about her friend now. Shut the F up. Because remember, I just told you her friend had died the same day. They said she's not popping bottles. That's a friend of hers that got on a live last night as well. She posted old memories of him. Okay, so people are clarifying. They said, very suspect, you're on it. They said, because she went viral now chasing clout. This person says, something isn't right about this. They said, why hasn't the dad laying on the ground? Okay, but they said, why wasn't the dad laying on the ground or something? Because that's what you gonna have to do to take mine from me, put me to sleep or pew pew me, or because I'm not going. This person says, if you look, she lost a friend. See, they said, I just looked at her page. Dear Lord, they said, yeah, I just saw it myself. I thought the same thing. I left it alone. I'm glad I'm glad they found the baby. They said that was days before it happened. Stop spreading SHIT when you absolutely not. Wait, what? You absolutely not one clue what they're talking about. They have a lot of typos in this. They said, I still want to know why going forward. Consider an air tag at least. They said, so who took him? What is a family member? Because I was thinking, where was your antennas though? They said, why did they try to take him? What was the reason? Did they catch the person that tried to take him? And they say here, the real question is, why was a 7-year-old out by himself? They said a ransom. They said, do you remember back in the day, people would kidnap your child if you owed them drug money? See, and he's involved in that trap life. That's what he said in his music. And the money he's stashing around. They say right here, the family most definitely in my prayers. Let's see. I'm trying to get to some other parts in here. They said, shout out to the Ring cameras, bro. They said the house he came out of won't be standing tomorrow. They said, I've seen a live from a young lady who had family on the block where the house got rained and baby boy was found. And they said that multiple people with multiple different children came running out that SWAT yelled out, bring the little boy outside, and nobody can get hurt. And multiple adults ran out with multiple different children. Wow. Wow. Again, they said that house was like a trap house. It was a drug house where they sold illegal drugs, and there were multiple kids in there. Not sure if the kids belonged to those people in there or were kidnapped as well as ransom. Who knows? Why was one more something? Who took them? This is the part that's suspicious right here. They said, I don't see anything here. They said if the father was in the car when they took the little boy, why didn't he follow the car? That was a big question that people had. They said, is this the name is this the person? No, that's different. So these are some of the comments, guys. Now here's the most suspicious part of this whole story, y'all. Y'all gonna be surprised. This dad, right? This is the dad of the little boy, right? Why was he arrested the same day right here that his son was kidnapped? People are saying his own dad was involved in a part of this whole kidnapping, guys. This is a whole mess. The same day that little Jamal was found and brought back home safe, and the guy Corey Williams was arrested, the dad gets arrested too, right here, the same exact day. Jamal White, who is the father, arrested. This picture is showing arrest information only. This information does not infer or imply guilt of any actions. And this is from Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, recently booked. So this is from their website showing that he was just arrested the same day, which was booked on July 13th. That was today. He was booked Sunday. Not today, sorry. He was booked Sunday. People are saying his own father was involved in the dang kidnapping, y'all. This is a mess, right? A whole dang mess. A whole dang mess. They're talking about free him. Just had your son kidnapped, and you continue with the thuggery. They said the exact reason his son got kidnapped, and he's still going. They said, his name is Mal. The person looks just like him, but Jamal, he's a twin, and he can post free with his twin. So, yeah, he's also an identical twin, too, but it says Jamal White. So the name tells you that it's the father. It said 2 people from their house got arrested for that baby's kidnapping. Must be one. Wow. So they're saying the own dad was involved in the conspiracy to get his own kid kidnapped. I don't know if that's true, but that's the rumors going around because the man was arrested the very next day after his kid was found. Crazy work, right? This person says saying free somebody is thuggery. They said not one post about your son, but you posting free your homeboy. Pitiful. But the thing is, yeah, his son is free, but this man has the same name as his son. So people are saying this is him that was arrested. It's crazy to me, guys. Crazy. Right here. And you ended up getting your own kid kidnapped. So that's why I told you, I think this kidnap that happened to this little boy is suspicious. It is suspicious. And it's very sad because I believe it's his dad's own drug dealing and criminal activity that led to this kid being kidnapped. And it's just so sad. I feel so sad because I feel like this child is in the hands of the wrong people. And it's just a very fishy story. A lot of people online are very skeptical about the story. They don't believe it. I'm with them. I don't believe the story either. But you guys let me know what you guys think. Do you guys believe this whole thing about this kid being kidnapped? Or do you think this story don't sound right to you? Because it sure enough don't sound right to me. And I just hope that that kid gets the right treatment because he does have great grandparents, his parents, his grandparents. I don't want to put them online because I don't want to tell their business like that. But the grandparents are very good parents. They're religious parents, grandparents who are involved in church and good activity. But I don't want to put their faces online like that. So hopefully that they get some type of help and proper treatment. All right, guys, I love y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe.